Hey guys, Lance here from the MTG Lance channel, doing a bit of a different video, going over the spoilers. I've already gone over the spoilers, but I want to talk about some things called mechanics. I'm not really going to go in depth with these, but what a mechanic is something that is something besides the flying, trample abilities. Mechanics are a type of their ability, but they're new, and it's mechanic that changes the game from the basic game. Double strike, flying, trample, haste, and all that are mechanics that have been here for a very long time and are known as abilities. What a mechanic is if you play during Gatecrash, it's like Evolve. It's an ability that is introduced but is not very much used. With Born of the Gods coming out, they have a few new mechanics so far in the spoilers. One being Tribute right here, Tribute 6, and then Inspiration. These are new mechanics, and they add change to the game. People like mechanics like Unleash, Evolve, other stuff like that let you do other stuff, or Metalcraft if you're an older player, or Bloodthirst like it just showed you. Also, is there any here? No. There's abilities which are flying and other stuff like this, and then there's stuff called mechanics, which is this right here and this right here. And you can usually, like, I don't know how to describe what is mechanic, what makes something a mechanic, but usually what a mechanic is when they add a new ability to cards. These are abilities, but they're mechanics because they develop and work on the game in the future. Sorry about that. And what I think about mechanics, a lot of people, what they will do in the pre-release, if it's draft, which it usually is because people are still getting new cards, but I think people like doing the most, maybe not like doing the most, but what people do sometimes, and I do this a lot, is look into the new mechanics and see how they work. I mean, people didn't really know if Scry was going to be very good until they drafted it or played with it and realized it's actually really good. I mean, you may not be getting to choose if it's untapped or tapped, but you're still going to get a bonus of the dual land and then the Scry off of it. Scry is actually a very powerful mechanic. If you have never seen Preordain, search it up, Preordain. It is Scry 2, then draw a card. This card is banned in modern format because it is so good. You get to see what you're going to draw into, and if you don't like both of the cards, you can put it bottom. Or, I really need this card, put it on top. Or I don't need this other card, put it on bottom, and then you draw into it. So it just lets you get that card advantage, or like replacing it, but being able to sculpt out the rest of your turns. What do I think about these new mechanics of Inspiration and Tribute? What do I think they're going to do to the metagame and the game itself? Tribute, I think, is an interesting thing. You either pay 6, making it a 12-12 for 6, which is crazy, guys, or you let them fight one of your creatures. In some cases, that you just be like, okay, fight one of my creatures. I don't need this, or I have a really powerful creature and that's all I have, so it's going to die when it comes on the battlefield. Or if they have all of these cards that they really need or are really important, like if they have only a Desecration out, and, well, Desecration Demon, if turn 4, if it hasn't been boosted and it's just a 6/6, they're going to kill each other. So he may or may not want to kill it, but that's flying. So this either could become a 12/12 or a 6/6, and depending on your race. And I mean, like, like gods, this would be okay against gods. I mean, if they have a god out, they can just be like, okay, I'll not fight that, or I will fight it, and nothing happens, and you just don't get a bonus. But if it's like, if they have a very bad board, like you're controlling them, or they just don't have anything, they either have to let them lose a key important, because it's you choose it. So if they have something like Master of Waves, this is a removal of Master of the Waves, guys. Nightville Spectre, removal. This is a form of removal that's a bit different. Fighting, another thing, is like, okay, they do damage, damage equal to each other and all that stuff. They don't actually tap or any of that. It's just an interesting ability making things fight. But Tribute, I think, as this creature enters the battlefield, an opponent of your choice may put 6/1 counters on it. So, I mean, in multiplayer of your choice, so you may put counters on it. A player of your choice, an opponent of your choice may put 6/1 counters on it. I mean, if you're doing, thank God it's opponent. I was about to say, if it's a player, I mean, I'll put 6 counters on it. That's fine by me, because that would be broken. Because you can just make a 12-12 for 6, and I don't want to fight your Desecration Demon. I'll just give myself a 12-12. But I mean, in EDH, if you're doing a multi and you got like a friend in the other multi, he's like, I'll put 6 counters on it. I mean, why not? So I think Tribute will be interesting. I think it's going to be mainly on green beat decks, just trying to make them bigger. Or if you don't let them get bigger, there's consequences from it. So I just see this card getting heavy in the green-red department of that mana ramp, because this was like removal, but not being removal. I don't really know what to say about these new mechanics, but the mechanics are very interesting. Inspiration. I mean, it's interesting sounding of it. Whenever its name, becomes untapped, reveal the top card of your library. If it's an artifact, creature, or land, you may put it on the battlefield with a manifestation count on. It is an enchantment in addition to its other types. See, I think this can be very, very busted, or very, very terrible, depending on one thing, and that is manifestation, guys. What is a manifestation counter? We don't know yet. It doesn't say a manifestation. It doesn't say a manifestation counter is this, this, and this. So we don't know what a manifestation counter is. We don't know how it'll affect it. It'll be a suspend ability, which is like you have to wait 4 turns, 3 turns, 1 turn to play it, or it comes in tapped because it has a manifestation counter, or it's a -1/-1 counter, or it loses something. It loses its ability. I don't know what a manifestation counter will do. But I don't think this is going to be entirely busted, because I think there's going to be a drawback with the manifestation counter. Because otherwise, you're just going to be putting in, Eldrazi. Okay, I untap it. I found my Eldrazi 15/15. I'll just put that on the battlefield, guys, and then just swing with it. So I think this card, the manifestation, will be a drawback of some sort. And if it's a boost of some sort, I'm going to be so annoyed with this card, because so many people are going to run it, I believe, and I think it will be crazy. And Mono Blue will play it, definitely. It'll be like, just put my god on the field. Oh yeah, just put my Aetherling if I'm running it, and I don't know what. I mean, this card could be so broken if manifestation counters aren't something that are a negative to it. So with these new mechanics, I bet people are going to be trying to figure out how to use them, which ones are good, which ones are terrible. I mean, like, Heroic was a new mechanic. I like it. I like Heroic. It's pretty good, especially in enchantment heavy, which it had to be enchantment heavy, otherwise it was really bad. Infect is one, Dredge is one, Suspend is a mechanic. There's tons. Scavenge is mechanic. There's so many mechanics out there. Just look them up, find them, and then read about them. And I love it when they add new mechanics, because it makes people think of interactions of other cards and how it will affect the meta and the game of all formats. So we'll see what Inspiration and Tribute have to offer, and whatever else comes. So thanks you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think of these new mechanics and other mechanics you think will be coming out soon, knowing that you see these too. Give me a like, favorite, and subscribe, because I really need the help, guys. And I'm really, really appreciating the support from you guys. The 32 subscribers is great to hit. I'm loving the support. I've recently have gone up so much, and thank you guys. Thank you, my subscribers. I really appreciate it. Also, check out Fernandos. I'll put a link down below. He's just starting out, but he does a lot of different stuff. And if you're more not just into Magic, but into like Warhammer and all that stuff, he does some of that stuff as well. So go check him out. I'll put a link down below if I can. Also, thank you guys for watching. This is Lance, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.